Hello, everyone. I'm Ty, a semiconductor industry veteran with 31 years of experience. Today, we'll be covering the news that Floadia's embedded flash memory IP has received automotive certification on TSMC's latest process node. As always, let me start by breaking this down in the simplest possible terms, something even middle school students can understand, even if it means oversimplifying things a bit. For the experts out there, I appreciate your patience with this introductory section. Think of today's news like this. Imagine a skilled craftsman who specializes in making tiny blueprint designs for memory components used inside cars. That craftsman just received an official stamp from a major factory saying, "We've verified that products manufactured on our production line using your blueprint fully meet our quality standards." That craftsman is a small Japanese company called Floadia. Small in size, yes, but for 15 straight years, they have done nothing but deliver trustworthy, reliable work. The kind of craftsman where customers say, "If Floadia made it, I know it's going to work." That factory stamp means we can confidently tell our customers that designs built from your blueprint on our production line are safe to adopt. Without that stamp, any company wanting to use the blueprint would hesitate. Can I really trust this? With it, they can move forward with confidence. This particular memory design needs to survive inside a car for years without ever losing a single bit of data. Cars bake under scorching summer heat and freeze in brutal winter cold. The challenge is designing a memory blueprint that absolutely never loses what's written to it, no matter how extreme the temperature gets. That's the trust Floadia has built over 15 years of focused work. From here, let me connect what we just described in simplified terms to what is actually happening in the real semiconductor industry. Let me now give you the full picture. The main subject of today's news is Floadia, a Japanese company founded in 2011, a specialized IP vendor with 15 years of history. Here's something important to understand. Today's news is not about a new product launch. The G1 embedded flash memory IP has been in mass production since 2014. What today's news is really about is that this long-proven product has now qualified on TSMC's 180 BCD Gen 3 process and earned a new automotive-grade certification. Let me explain what IP means in semiconductors. In this industry, IP stands for intellectual property, a pre-designed, pre-verified circuit block. Instead of designing a chip from scratch, companies purchase these ready-made design blocks and integrate them into their chips. Floadia is a company that creates and sells exactly these kinds of design blocks as its core business. The G1 IP is now qualified on TSMC's 180 BCD Gen 3 process platform. TSMC is the world's largest semiconductor contract manufacturer, headquartered in Taiwan. The 180 BCD process is a 180 nanometer analog and power-focused process, quite different from the cutting-edge nodes used for AI chips. This process is essential for making the kinds of chips found in automotive electronics, power management ICs, motor drivers, and related components. One of G1's key technical features is that it integrates 256 kilobytes of program flash and 1 kilobyte of data flash in a single IP block. Program flash stores the firmware that runs on a microcontroller. Data flash stores configuration parameters and settings. Having both integrated in a single IP block makes adoption significantly easier for chip designers. G1 is built on SONOS technology. SONOS stands for silicon oxide nitrogen oxide silicon. It describes the layer structure where electric charge is trapped in a nitrogen layer rather than in a traditional floating gate. Floadia has been refining this technology for years, and in my experience in this industry, this deep focus on SONOS-based flash is the true foundation of their competitive edge. The most critical aspect of this qualification is the AEC Q100 Grade 1 certification. AEC Q100 is the industry standard reliability qualification for automotive semiconductors. Grade 1 specifically means guaranteed operation from minus 40 degrees Celsius to plus 125 degrees Celsius, the most demanding temperature range in the automotive environment. Without this certification, you simply cannot enter the automotive supply chain. The target applications for G1 are power management ICs, motor drivers, and body electronics, precisely the areas experiencing the strongest demand growth driven by EV adoption. Power management ICs in particular are becoming increasingly critical, sitting at the heart of EV battery control systems. There is one more key point in today's news. G1 already received TSMC qualification on the 130 BCD process back in 2023. Today's 180 BCD Gen 3 certification represents a continued expansion of its qualified process coverage, the second TSMC platform, not the first. As this IP accumulates qualifications across multiple TSMC platforms, it becomes a progressively more accessible and attractive option for fabless companies designing automotive chips worldwide. Let me share my perspective on where Floadia sits in the industry. Founded in 2011, the company is not large, but for 15 consecutive years, they have focused single-mindedly on one narrow niche, SONOS-based embedded flash IP, particularly targeting automotive-grade process nodes. That level of sustained, unwavering focus is genuinely rare in this industry.
In the semiconductor business, what I call technology trust carries enormous weight. Once a chip designer integrates a specific IP block into their design, they almost always continue using the same vendor in the next generation. The reason is straightforward. Switching to a different IP means re-verification from scratch, an enormous cost in both time and engineering resources. The customer relationships Floadia has built over 15 years don't appear on a balance sheet, but they are real and highly durable competitive assets.
What I personally find compelling is that Floadia fits the profile of a highly attractive acquisition target. A Japanese IP company, TSMC qualified on multiple platforms, with proven automotive credentials and over a decade of accumulated customer trust. That combination is genuinely rare. I'm not predicting any particular deal, but this is the kind of company whose strategic moves are worth watching closely over the coming years. Let me recap the key points. Floadia is a Japan-based IP vendor founded in 2011. Today's news isn't about a new product, it's about their G1 embedded flash IP in mass production since 2014, qualifying on TSMC's 180 BCD Gen 3 process and obtaining AEC Q100 Grade 1 automotive certification. G1 is built on SONOS technology and integrates 256 kilobytes program flash plus 1 kilobyte data flash. Target applications span power management ICs, motor drivers, and body electronics, all high-growth areas in the EV era. Following their 130 BCD qualification in 2023, this marks Floadia's second TSMC process certification, steadily broadening their addressable market. Let me wrap up with the bigger picture. The real story here is not the technical specifications of a single IP block. It is about what kind of company Floadia is. For 15 years, with laser focus on SONOS flash IP and nothing else, they have quietly built a track record with TSMC, earned automotive certifications, and cultivated a global customer base. This won't make headlines, but for someone who has watched this industry for over 3 decades, seeing a company like this steadily build its foundation through patient, specialized excellence is genuinely encouraging. The semiconductor ecosystem depends on exactly this kind of quiet, deep expertise. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. See you in the next one.